Howdy all, my name is Chuck Clown and welcome to my 2025 Daytona 500 race review. Sorry about the hair once again. And as you see here, old Denny Hamlin hat. What I'm going to be talking about today is my review of the race and my thoughts leaving it. So first and foremost, William Byron picks up his second straight Daytona 500 victory, his second all-time Daytona 500 victory. Every other finish he's had in the 500 has been 21st or worse. And his only two finishes better than 21st are wins. So he's doing a lot better. And he's one of the best super speedway racers in this next gen car. But despite what many will be thinking, I don't think he's going to be successful going into Atlanta. I'll talk more about Atlanta later in this week. I'm going to just give you my big takeaways and also Dodge try and enter the NASCAR Cup Series, or the NASCAR Series again. Big return there, and big step forward for a fourth OEM. And if Dodge is going to enter, will that scare Honda away? Does Honda really want to be the number 5 OEM, or does that bring interest for an OEM to go a different route, go to IndyCar? I don't know, but I sure do hope that it leads a new manufacturer to IndyCar, especially with the new regulations coming up in a couple years. So Daytona 500 points leader leaving the race is Ryan Blaney, 51 points. William Byron with 50 in second. Blaney had an excellent day. All of Team Penske did, leading the most laps altogether was Team Penske. They were outstanding, and honestly, it should be a surprise to no one. They drive Fords. Fords are the best at this track, and Fords are just flat out dominant on the super speedways. Granted, their wins do not reflect that, but what they have done has proven it. Where they will just go out there and dominate a race and then get caught up in a stupid late race wreck. Jimmy Johnson finished P3. That's a very strong statement. The fact that he is still a racer and that he's good. And if you saw what happened on that last lap crash, that was pure skill and pure old school Jimmy Johnson avoiding the wreck, going down the bottom, swerving around cars, looked like Lightning McQueen out there to get a podium finish. Podiums don't count in NASCAR, but in here they do. To the fan of this guy, they do. The fan of the 84, they do. And that's just a great showing of, hey, this is still Jimmy. Whether you like the new Jimmy or not, you got to admit that was pretty impressive, and a lot of people at home felt really good about that. Next thing I want to talk about is Ryan Preece. And just flips in NASCAR in general. They are getting more and more frequent. Yes, it's going to be just about impossible to keep these cars on the ground without turning them into full ARCA cars and turn the speed down all the way to but nothing. But there are things that we can do. It is a very rare thing to happen to anyone that what happened to Ryan Preece, where his car just sort of lifted and took off like an airplane. That is going to be a hard one to prevent. And you cannot put flaps on the front of the car because, well, the car's going this way. The flaps are always up. The car's just not going to have speed. What you can do is fix the underbody of the car, which NASCAR has refused to do. It wasn't the grass that was the issue. Yes, we have seen a lot of flips in grass on tracks that wouldn't necessarily have flips, but you can blame the undercarriage for it. These cars shouldn't be flipping near as much as they are. And while Pierce did blame the diffuser, I don't necessarily think it was the diffuser's fault on this one. I think the way he went up, he was lucky. If he would have been extremely lucky if it didn't flip in the contact that he had. And then mid-air, it starts turning sideways and a flap comes up and then it goes over. I think that is going to be a hard thing to fix, and NASCAR is just going to wait and see if another accident like that happens. NASCAR isn't going to be super reactive on that. They're still working on technology to make it not happen as much, but I think that changing the diffuser, getting rid of the diffuser, or completely changing the undercarriage of this car and how it would flip forward is not a top priority of theirs. And the last lap cautions, all the stupid pushing, it's just getting old. And like Denny Hamlin said, this is ridiculous. He is done with super speedway racing. He hates it. He's still going to do it, but he just thinks it's stupid, especially in this next-gen car where there are such big bricks outside of the draft that you can't have any solo speed. I think that that's something I would love to see changed, either with an upgraded next-gen car or with a new generation of car, which is about 4 years, like at the soonest we'd get a new gen car is 4, 5, 6 years away. And I don't know if driver safety can wait that long. I think NASCAR needs to go back to the old route of just using and upgrading a stock car. If you take an actual Mustang out there and make it into a race car, but still with a Mustang body, that's better in my opinion. And yeah, they semi-resemble these cars, but not near as much as they used to, but they used to just be cars. And that's where a lot of fans have staggered away. I think you have two different variations of what you could do here. You could either continue with building a car semi-resembling it, but purely built for racing, or you can go back to the old route. Honestly, I'd love to see them go back to the old route, but most of my life, I've seen these cars that are just built to resemble and not built to be. And I don't mind that as much as the next guy, but you have to do it right, and you have to listen to what the fans want. And NASCAR did a good job of that with, oh, we're going to hold the caution, but you have to call consistently. And you have to make important officiating decisions earlier on. You cannot wait days or hours after a race to announce this. Especially once all the fans are gone, you won't receive any of the repercussions other than online. And we're lucky that only really happened with the truck race. But it's still a big 3 race. It's still taking a win away from a fan favorite driver. Which, yeah, you're not just going to, Chase crossed the line first, so we're not going to inspect his car. You still need to inspect it, but you need to get a quicker inspection underway. And you need to stop incentivizing cheating and penalizing so immediately. And granted, Parker's team has a rebuttal that is yet to be settled at the time of recording this, but yeah. It's just my quick thoughts from the Daytona 500 weekend. Sorry if this is a weirder video. I'm trying to race dirt track right now. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts and comments from the Daytona 500 down below. And I plan on Atlanta for giving an actual race breakdown with stats, winners, and everything else. Thank you all. Hope you have a good one. Peace.